Hello everybody, it's Bill's that college football guy here with another video. We're talking about here, you saw the title, who will the Pac-12 add as their 9th football member? There have been people out there all over, some over YouTube, oh, the Pac-12's not going to add anybody. They're going to be stuck at 8 teams of playing 7 conference games because nobody wants to... Shut up. Some of you are being respectful and I'm not on it, but there's some of you who are outright snotty about it. I'm like, dude, they're going to get a 9th member. They didn't get one for 26. They'll get one for 27. The reason why I said football member, because I don't know if it's going to be a full member to the conference or just a football only. So that kind of lends to that as to what's it going to be? Where's it going to go? So I decided to go down here and go through the candidates. Now, who are some of the expansion candidates? Now, I've heard some people, collegiate athletic advocates said there'll be some of the lawsuit, and UNLV will be part of the settlement. No school is going to leave in a settlement. That's just pie in the sky thinking. No, they're not going to do that. There'll be a settlement if they, after the settlement or whatever happens, and then they choose to leave afterwards, but not part of it. No. Never going to happen. Legally, no. So just no. But I do expect the Pac-12 to add another member. I do expect, now the fact is, do I expect them to add another member? Yes. When do I expect them to add it? So we should have added it already. Like they're going to add one during the season? Come on. They're going to, I mean, realistically, if it's going to get done, they're going to wait after the football season and after the basketball season, which after the NCAA tournament, which is April, which means they're going to add a new member. It's going to be May, June, when that's going to be done. Now, they could talk to them about it after the football season. I expect it late January, early February. I expect that the conversations to start. Also, at that point in time, I expect the media deal is going to get done, because if we get to the 1st of May and Pac-12 doesn't have a media deal, or the Mountain West, because both of them right now are in that position, that's very dangerous territory. And I expect both of them to be done prior to the 1st of May. Everything was put on pause during the season, as it was expected to. So I expect them, like I said, I don't know if it's going to be a full member or just a football only. I don't know how they're going to do this. Now, could they get somebody from the Mountain West? Potentially, yes. It involves buying back, since they signed the grant of rights. They could leave. Yeah, they could leave. But they signed over their media rights in the Mountain West schools, which means you have to buy them back at whatever the value of the media deal is. So say it's like $3 million. It's a 6-year deal. That means you're going to cut a check for $18 million or negotiate to try to get that down, and your exit fees on top of that. So you're talking $25-30 million. It's like getting one of the schools for the American to leave early and pay, was it $25-27 million for a short, without the, what is it, 30-month notice? 27 months, 27th month notice. 27-month notice, which means they got to let everybody know by March 31st that they're going to leave. If they want to give notice to on March 31st, 2026, so that way they could be in the conference March 31st, July 1st, 2028. And that's the $10 million one. So could some of those happen? Yeah. So we're going to run through the candidates here. Now, to get a Mountain West or American school, it's going to be difficult. And I don't think, especially with the lawsuit going, they're going to want to try to do something else. The lawyers are probably advising them, just don't. Don't touch the Mountain West anymore. You've already got enough going on. You do it again, and there's inside talk and everything else. You prove the other could possibly, there's like, no. Stay away from them. Go somewhere else. You went somewhere else for Texas State. Go somewhere else. But are there candidates? Yeah, I mean, there's some, I know some Colorado State fans wish it was Wyoming. They're not on, I don't think they're on the list. I think it narrows down to 2 schools, the UNLV and New Mexico. If they're going to grab a school from the Mountain West, it's going to be UNLV or New Mexico. I think those are going to be the 2. Would they grab Air Force because of the ratings they get, because they do get good ratings, and for the military games, which also draw big ratings? Would they do that? Possibly. But I don't know if they'd want to do it. Now, if it was UNLV Air Force package deal, maybe. But that's what I think about the Mountain West candidates there. The American, there's 4 on here. South Florida was originally on the list. It's just too damn far. They're not going to do that. And South Florida's looking at possibly getting into the ACC or whatever in a few years. But so the 4 candidates I expect on the list: UTSA, North Texas, Memphis, and Tulane. UTSA and North Texas, especially North Texas, is at the top of the list. They are the number 1 candidate. If they can grab North Texas, they would be Pac-12 would be ecstatic for all sports. They'd be ecstatic for having North Texas in there, and it gives they're North Texas. For those of you who don't know where it is, it's in Denton, north of Fort Worth, part of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, major media markets. So that'd be a boon to them, and it's another school in the Central Time Zone. Now UTSA, of course, is in San Antonio. Down the road, we have the rivalry with San Antonio and Texas State. Memphis and Tulane, would those be football onlys? I don't like. We have to find out what to do with it, but there's possibilities there. We can see about it, Now we get to the 2 that I think are the most likely candidates for short trip: Conference USA and the Sun Belt. Who is the least likely of the 2? A school from the conference. Conference USA, I think, is the least likely. I mean, you look at the schools here: Kennesaw State and Kennesaw, Georgia, outside of Atlanta. No. Jacksonville State and Jacksonville, Alabama, which is north of Birmingham. No. Western Kentucky, good school. They win. They're in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which is 100 miles, 75 miles north of Nashville in Kentucky, right across the border. It's about 20 miles into Kentucky. Maybe is a football only. Missouri State, they just jumped up. I don't see that. Liberty, Virginia, too far away. Louisiana Tech just joined the Sun Belt. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be heading to the Sun Belt, actually, so I am on the wrong list. But Delaware, way too far north. No. FIU, way too far south. Middle Tennessee State, they're in Murfreesboro, 25 miles because of traffic, about an hour east of Nashville. All right, and then you get the 2 that of anybody Conference USA is probably, if I had to pick, Western Kentucky is a football only, and Middle Tennessee State or Sam Houston State. Now, Sam Houston was in Canada at one point. As bad as they're playing, they're out. Not Middle Tennessee State. New Mexico State. They're not playing great either. But a Texas school or a New Mexico school to help with the distance between Colorado and Texas, and Las Cruces, that's a possibility. Now with the Sun Belt, there's some noise going here. The Sun Belt, James Madison, Coastal Carolina. Well, James Madison, would they jump? Probably not, because it's too far for them. I don't think they'd do it. They'd be talking about being out on an island. No, they wouldn't do it. They'd stay where they're at and see if they can hope they can get in the American. If the American gets hit by the ACC, they'll get poached up there and make more money. Maybe. But you get what I'm talking about. They don't want to stay east. Coastal Carolina, same thing. Old Dominion, same thing. Marshall, West Virginia, same thing. Appalachian State, same thing. Georgia Southern, same thing. Georgia State, even though they're in Atlanta, just south of Atlanta with a big stadium, literally just south of downtown Atlanta, not that far, a stone's throw from Georgia Tech. No. Southern Mississippi and Hattiesburg, no. Arkansas State, no. Troy in Alabama, maybe. Louisiana Monroe, no. South Alabama, no. Louisiana, who I have said is probably, even though they're having a bad year, probably the odds on, because if you look at a brand name that be willing to jump, that actually has brand value, they're having a down year this year, but they've consistently been winning wherever they've been. They've consistently been winning for a couple of decades, it seems like. It's actually been a decade of winning. But they do a great job. So I think Louisiana can. Troy, all they do is win. Troy, Alabama, very small town in the center of Alabama. It is a plane flight and a bus ride to get there. You fly into, probably the closest one would be probably Montgomery. Fly into Montgomery, Alabama, and then you bus ride about an hour and a half south to get there. So That's a little tough. Louisiana's the same situation. I'm thinking personally, I'm thinking they may be going football only because it opens up more options. Because the only schools right now that would jump to go full member into the conference, no questions asked, are New Mexico State and Sam Houston State. They wouldn't ask. They jump full member. Pac-12 doesn't want them. I don't think they want them. I could be wrong, but I don't think they want them. Now, could they convince a Liberty, a James Madison, a Coastal Carolina, Marshall, and Appalachian State to go football only? Possibly. But it's so far east and they'd be so far away from everybody, I don't think so. Now, would there be the possibility of, instead of adding one, the Pac-12 adds two? In that case, it'd be like, if they could get it like a North Texas, then a Western Kentucky would work because it's not that far. And you can fly to the private airport out of Bowling Green, connect into Nashville. The airport out of Bowling Green, fly into Nashville, and then fly major flight out. Or you can do the 1.5-hour bus ride to the Nashville airport if you want to. It's a lot faster than doing the 3-hour one up north, 2-hour one up north to Louisville, which is a lot busier. So, I mean, the realistic candidates, I mean, who would they like to get? I mean, they'd love to get a Memphis. I mean, that's who they'd love to get. Even with all the sanctions and whatnot, if they can get Memphis for all sports, Pac-12 would be absolutely ecstatic. North Texas as well. But realistically, I don't think anybody from the American or the Mountain West is going to... Mountain West is not going to make a move because of grant of rights. The American schools are not going to make any moves. They want to find out what the hell the damn ACC is going to do. Now, there are schools in the Sun Belt and in Conference USA. As I said before, Louisiana, one I made a video on. Louisiana could be... I was hearing... wanted to get into the Pac-12 because they're afraid that the American gets rated, which nobody's going to be surprised about the American getting rated. The American's going to go to the Sun Belt and possibly Conference USA to replace, which means Conference USA's value is going to be severely diminished. If Louisiana is not one of the schools moving up, they're going to be essentially trapped. They're going to be stuck on a conference making very low money. So they'd rather make the jump to the Pac-12 now and be in a stronger position. So from their aspect, from Louisiana thinking that, I totally get it. I totally get it. Because you need to have a safe landing spot. And the Pac-12 would be one. Does the Pac-12 want Louisiana? I mean, I know all the Pac-12 fans. We're going to get UTSA and North Texas and Memphis and Tulane and UNC. It's time to be realistic. Who can you get in 1 year? Because you need one. Unless you plan on going 5 years with 8 schools and 7 conference games. It doesn't look good. It's going to put you as the lowest ranked G5 conference because you're going to have the weakest strength of schedule because of conference play. You don't even want to play each other. You don't have enough schools to play each other for the minimum. The base, what they call the minimum, which is an 8-game schedule. Okay. So, that being said, how would I rank the candidates? Memphis 1, North Texas 2. I think because of bad blood and whatnot, I think UTSA would be 3. I think New Mexico would be 4. I think UNLV and Tulane. UNLV because it's closer. I'll say UNLV 5. Tulane would be 6. And then you got the other ones here. Would you go to Liberty? I think so. 6. I think if I do this one, I think Louisiana would be 7th best. Maybe the best out of that group because I don't think they can get. I mean, if you're doing Pac-12 fan doing it, it'd be James Madison 7, Appalachian State 8, Coastal Carolina 9, Louisiana 10. I'd say Western Kentucky 11, Troy 12. We're doing a top 15 here. And you start getting really into the lower areas here. Probably put Rice on the list, along with New Mexico State and Sam Houston State. Realistically, if the Pac-12 wants to get a school for the 2027-2028 season, it's most likely going to be coming from Conference USA or the Sun Belt. Sun Belt being the stronger conference to get. So because the rest of them, it's going to take a lot of red tape, and if you need short order, that's another story. But you can let me know what you think about all this down in the comments. Again, thanks everybody for watching. Haven't already, do me a favor, smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. It helps the channel out. The comments. All right. I'm going to read through Conference USA. This is with Louisiana Tech in it because they're in it for this year. Conference USA. Actually, I'll take Louisiana Tech out and put in the Sun Belt. And Conference USA, Sun Belt. And I'm going to read off the schools. And you think any of those schools, football only or full member, would you want to be added to the Pac-12? Let me know in the comments. So here we go again, okay? Conference USA is Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, Western Kentucky, Missouri State, Liberty, Louisiana Tech, Delaware, FIU, New Mexico State, Middle Tennessee State, Sam Houston State, Sun Belt, Louisiana Tech, James Madison, Coastal Carolina, Old Dominion, Marshall, Appalachian State, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, Southern Miss, Arkansas State, Troy, Louisiana Monroe, and South Alabama. Any of those schools that you fancy that you wouldn't mind bringing them in as a football, because like I said, full member for any of those schools, not really, unless you want to bring in New Mexico State or Sam Houston. Definitely not Sam Houston. But they've shot themselves majorly in the foot. But any of those schools strike your fancy being a football-only ad for the Pac-12? Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. Again, for the American, I think it's between UTSA, North Texas, Memphis, and Tulane. The Mountain West is UNLV and New Mexico. Maybe Air Force. Maybe. But if you're trying to get somebody short order to get done in times, because the lawsuit, I don't think it's going to get settled until like 2028. It's going to be a while before that thing gets done. Unless there's a settlement. If it goes to court, it's going to be like 2028 till this damn thing gets done. So, again, let me know what you think down in the comments. Check out, if you like this video, really do appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up. Check out some of the other videos that I've done. If you like them, hey, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 2K, trying to make some magic happen. If you want to follow me on the craziness that is X, link is in the description. Actually, you know what? Nobody's been following me that way. I won't put the link in the description. Just find me _CFB_guy. Let's just build _CFB. But anyway, dude, that's like microscopic right now. The YouTube is where it's at. So again, thanks everybody for watching. Next video you're going to see is going to be on Monday. We're talking the 5th Down Show. And I'll be asking some survey questions Sunday about tradition we've done for last year. We did it. And I want to continue it again this year. We did a playoff using the AP rankings, and you all voted on the polls who won. Whoever wins moves on. It's you decide the championship. Notre Dame actually won the title last year, beating Penn State. How's it going to go this year? I'll bring that up. That's going to be, I'm not going to bother doing a video on it, but I'll just bring it up. You'll see in a community post on YouTube and a post on X. You'll see it that way. So again, thanks everybody for watching. Everybody's enjoying their Friday here from lovely Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, I'm not done, by the way. Not done. I'm disconnected, and my trailer is like over here getting loaded, but they don't want you underneath the trailer while it's getting loaded. So I had to pull over here to the side and wait. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Everybody's having a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe, and please, be good to each other.